Hi everybody, I'm excited to be here with Mitch England to kick off the July 2020 safety meeting. I'd like to talk about our company culture. Let's start by sharing our mission statement and core values. Our mission is to deliver excellence to our team members and customers. Our core values are service, safety, family, integrity, and excellence. These values act as guiding principles for us in setting our culture. Culture is driven by behavior. When our actions are in alignment with these values, we create a unique and special work environment. It's important that we don't tolerate behavior that's contrary to the culture we want, because in the end, we'll get the culture we tolerate. One of our core values is family. As you know, we don't need to share the same name to be family here. We love and respect all members of our Sierra England family, regardless of who you are or where you're from. I've been reflecting a lot lately about what happened to Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and many others. I've been listening to the outrage and pain expressed by so many. Something needs to change. I'm trying to figure out what can be done and how I can be part of the solution. Our company, Sierra England, condemns and will not tolerate racist or bigoted language, treatment, or violent criminal behavior, whether within or even outside our company. As we focus on serving others during and after each crisis, let's be sure to remember that we're all part of a larger human family and support each other through these challenging times.
We want to give another update on the COVID-19 situation. First and foremost, thank you for your hard work and dedication to the job during this difficult time. You have all performed well and successfully adapted to these changing circumstances. You have kept the freight moving for all of our valued customers. Thank you for delivering excellence and for your commitment to being safe and on time every time.
We all hope that COVID-19 would pass quickly and we could get back to normal soon. Unfortunately, that's not happening. In many places, it's worse than ever. We can't be casual about preventing the spread because people are dying. We know that masks and social distancing reduce the transmission of the coronavirus. Sierra England has taken many steps to do the right thing, and this includes a job requirement to wear a mask or face covering at Sierra England and customer facilities.
I am sure we are all experiencing quarantine fatigue and are eager to get back to the activities we enjoyed before the lockdowns began. But please keep in mind that the risk of infection is still present and even increasing in many places. The health and safety of our vendors, customers, and all of you is a top priority.
Please follow CDC guidelines and wash your hands, avoid close contact with others, wear a mask when around others, keep your truck clean, and make sure to monitor your health for any potential symptoms. Overall, we're all very grateful to be working in an essential business in the trucking industry.
Sierra England has managed well through this pandemic. Even though we have seen some volume decreases and revenue has been negatively impacted, our business remains strong and profitable. We will get through this together. Please continue to work hard and stay safe.
Like Mitch said, it's been really impressive to see how our team has become stronger during challenging times. A huge example of that is our goal to be safe and on time every time. We want to lead the industry in safety and service, and I'm happy to report that we're moving in that direction.
Our on-time service levels have improved consistently since the middle of 2019. Our customers are noticing. We are getting and keeping freight and accounts that many of our competitors can't touch. This means more miles and bigger paychecks for you.
While we're seeing improvements across the board in service, one great example is our performance with JBS. JBS is the largest meat producer in the world. In June, JBS Beef presented Sierra England with its Most Improved Carrier Award. We're proud of that. I'm proud of all the drivers and operational teams that are making it happen every day.
Our safety performance is also taking a major step in the right direction. So far this year, our accident rate is 20% better than last year, and the best we have seen in a decade. For serious accidents, we are 27% better than last year, and the best we have been since 2009.
And our best is still ahead of us. We want to be the best transportation company in the world, and we can get there by being safe and on time every time.
As mentioned earlier, we are all very grateful to be working in the trucking industry. It is so satisfying to be recognized from people outside our industry for the vital and important role we all play in the U.S. economy.
In our industry, the truck driving job is very much in high demand. Our retention numbers have seen a very strong improvement over the past 2 years. Our year-to-date driver turnover in 2020 is 34 percentage points better than in the same period in 2019. Also, when we compare 2020 turnover to the same time period in 2018, we are 69 points better. What an amazing retention improvement.
This turnover improvement means we are hiring fewer new drivers. As a result, the average experience level of all drivers is increasing, which has led us to see great improvements in both safety and service. Our business is moving in the right direction, and as we do, we will continue to secure the best driving jobs for all of you, and we will improve upon our already strong position in the trucking industry.
There really has never been a better time to be a driver at CR England. We're so excited to have you all here at CR England, and we challenge you all to be the best you can be every day. Keep up the great work.
We have seen some significant improvements to our safe driving performance this year. By keeping your safety-related commitments and following our key safety principles, all of you are truly making a difference. That said, there is still room to get even better. This month, we want our entire fleet to focus on making safe lane changes, each and every time you change lanes. Making a safe lane change is easy when following these 6 steps.
The first thing you need to do is check your mirrors and observe the current traffic patterns. Identify any potential obstacles that may prevent you from making a safe lane change. Next is a very important step. You need to clear your blind spots. You can do this by slowing down just a couple miles per hour, letting any traffic that may have been traveling in a blind spot flow out in front of you.
Make sure you lean both forward and backward in your seat when checking your mirrors to give yourself a clear and accurate picture of everything around your vehicle. Once you have cleared your blind spots and have an accurate assessment of potential obstacles, engage your turn signal. Your turn signal should be on for at least 3 seconds before you start changing lanes.
Continue to check your mirrors through the maneuver to ensure the lane change is still safe. Next, using light throttle, gently pull your trailer into the next lane, pausing at the line just before you enter. This pause gives other vehicles time to react.
By following these lane change procedures, we can greatly reduce the risks of having a serious accident.
Many of our drivers have asked to see video footage from when they had a critical video driving event. We have now made any new videos available in the driver app.
Very soon, we will be able to send you alerts if there is a new video. But in the meantime, you can stay up to date by checking the driver app.
We have been able to improve our safety performance by focusing on reducing potentially risky driving behavior. We believe that sharing these videos will not only make the coaching process more seamless, but they could be a powerful coaching tool to help us all improve any potentially risky driving behavior.
In the very near future, we will also give you the ability to appeal any critical events you may have. You will be able to appeal a critical event after you review your event video. These appeals will be reviewed by an appeals committee that is made up of some of our most seasoned driving and safety professionals. There will be much more to come on this topic very soon.
One of the reasons we're getting better is because we've been listening to our drivers and making changes. We want to make the connection between management and the front line stronger. And we want you to be able to get answers to your questions.
We invite you to call the Ask Anything line with your questions at the number on the screen. In addition to that, we'll highlight a couple other great ways for you to get questions answered and to get great information.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I'm confident that even in our 100th year, CR England hasn't yet reached our peak. We're getting better all the time. We have a bright future ahead. Thanks for being a part of it.
Today, let's talk about truck mirrors. Your mirrors should be your best friend and the most used resource on your truck. The only way to see what's going on alongside of you is to take a direct look. The only way to see what's going on behind your truck is to look in all your mirrors. So let's take a minute, talk about each different type of mirror, their function, and proper adjustment. The flat mirror is used to gauge gap, distance, and square. Gap is the space between your trailer and any fixed object. Distance is the amount of space between the rear of your trailer and any object behind your trailer. Square is having an even gap at both front and rear of your trailer in relation to the trailers next to you. Your convex mirror is used to gauge reference and straight. Your references are fixed objects that relate to the moving tandems. And straight is determined by seeing the trailer tandems and controlling trailer drift. It's important to understand how to properly use your mirrors. With proper mirror adjustment, you can utilize your mirrors to their full effect. So here's how you adjust your mirrors. When adjusting your flat plane mirror, make sure your tractor and trailer are parked in a straight line. You should only see about 3/4 of an inch or just a sliver of your tractor and trailer on the side. Then from the drive tires all the way down the trailer side to the top of the trailer. The remainder of the mirror should reflect the space alongside the lane next to you and the distance behind your trailer. When adjusting your door convex mirror, you need to see the bottom of the door below the mirror mount back to the trailer tandems and alongside the trailer all the way into the next lane. Your hood convex mirror is used to see the area right alongside the front fender down to the ground and back to the door mirror with some overlap, which is a good thing. I'm on the passenger side of the truck now, and I wanted to remind you, the mirror adjustment for the passenger side and the driver's side is basically the same. And always remember one thing, keep your mirrors clean. So I've pulled up into a situation where only a tiny bit of my tandems are obscured by that truck. I want to clarify one thing. When you're turning around a truck, a trailer, a pole, any fixed object, the rule is if you lose sight of any of your trailer tandems, you have to stop. Because if you don't, you will hit. Not maybe, you will hit. So if this happens to you, stop, back up, counter steer until you have full view of your tandems, then continue. Remember, never readjust your flat mirror to expand your view once you've started backing, because now you're getting a false image of your trailer's true position related to your target space. My goal here is that you adjust your mirrors and use them correctly before you start to drive or back. You'll see the whole picture and avoid hitting something.
Did you know that accidents in parking lots are our most common accident type? When you look at total cost, they're also our most expensive, and they are also the most easily preventable. All it takes is following a couple simple principles to avoid these costly mistakes. The first and most important thing to remember is to slow down. The root cause of the large majority of parking lot accidents is speed. Remember, the CR England policy is no more than 5 miles per hour in parking lots. Let's jump in the truck and take a look at some ways that we can appropriately manage our speed in parking lots. A fantastic tool that is installed on all Sierra England trucks is Creep Mode. Creep Mode allows you to control the speed of the truck in parking lots so you don't bump into things. It's Sierra England policy that you engage Creep Mode anytime you're in a parking lot. This is how you engage Creep Mode. First, put the truck in D or drive. Then tap the throttle. Creep Mode is now engaged. If you desire more speed, you can upshift up to 5th gear. Then you cover the brake with your foot. Creep Mode will ensure that you are not traveling too quickly in parking lots and let you cover the brake, which will allow you to stop quicker if a collision is imminent. The second root cause of parking lot accidents is inattentiveness and losing track of your trailer. The large majority of parking lot accidents are collisions with the trailer and another object, not the tractor. It's very important to check your mirrors often, always being aware of where your trailer is. Get out and look often to ensure that you're giving your trailer plenty of space to maneuver. So what happens in parking lots is we get going a little too fast, and when you get going a little too fast, you lose track of what's around you. If you're not looking in your mirrors, if you're not scanning them constantly, it's real easy to bump that trailer into something else. Thank you for all that you do to avoid accidents and all that you do on the road. Remember, we need to work safe so we can return home safe.
Fontaine Fifth Wheel is vitally concerned about the safety of our customers and the performance of our products. When you experience the patented safety features and performance advantages of the Fontaine Ultra LT, HD, and HR family of fifth wheels, you will understand how we earn our reputation as the premier supplier of fifth wheels worldwide. In these next few minutes, we will show you the proper coupling, sliding, and uncoupling procedures for the Fontaine Ultra LT, HD, and HR family of fifth wheels. Begin with a visual inspection to check for damaged or missing parts. The fifth wheel must be securely fastened to the tractor. Pay close attention to welds and areas around bolt holes. Make sure there are no cracks or missing bolts. The top plate surface should be covered with a light coating of grease, making sure the grease grooves are full. Improper lubrication could cause steering problems. If you are using a sliding fifth wheel, make sure the slide locks are fully engaged. Make sure the fifth wheel is in the proper position, tilted down in the rear and resting on the stops. Make sure the area around the vehicle is level, clear of obstacles, and that the trailer wheels are chocked or the spring brakes are engaged. If the trailer is loaded, the cargo must be secured. In order to couple, the fifth wheel must be in the fully open position. To achieve the fully open position, pull the handle all of the way out. When the lock is open, the handle will remain extended. It is not necessary to engage the handle notch for coupling. Engaging the handle notch is only required when you uncouple from a trailer. When the handle is extended and only the tip of the lock bar is visible in the throat of the fifth wheel, the lock is in the open position. If there is any debris such as snow, ice, or excessive grease in the throat of the fifth wheel, it must be removed prior to coupling. Now, inspect the trailer kingpin and kingpin plate for damage and proper lubrication. Make sure the trailer kingpin is not bent or broken. Position the tractor straight in front of the trailer. Using the outside mirrors, check your position by looking down both sides of the trailer. Never back under the trailer at an angle, because you might push the trailer sideways, causing damage to the landing gear. Back slowly and stop just before making contact with the trailer. Do not hit the trailer. If you back up too fast, you could cause substantial damage to the trailer and the tractor. Secure the tractor by engaging the parking brake and placing the transmission in neutral. One of the most common mistakes drivers make is attempting to couple with the wrong trailer kingpin height. Proper kingpin to fifth wheel alignment is crucial to avoid damage to the trailer, kingpin, kingpin plate, fifth wheel, and the entire tractor frame, not to mention the driver. If the trailer is too high, the kingpin will not strike the rotating locking jaw and could miss the fifth wheel altogether. If your trailer is too low, you could easily damage the fifth wheel, tractor, and the trailer. If your tractor is equipped with an air ride suspension, make sure the system is inflated before making trailer height adjustments. Never inflate the tractor air ride suspension when the trailer kingpin is above the throat of the fifth wheel, as this is a sure way to damage the fifth wheel and the kingpin. To establish proper coupling height, raise or lower the trailer by adjusting the landing legs. When the tractor and trailer are properly aligned, the leading edge of the trailer strikes the upper portion of the approach ramps. After you have verified proper alignment, use the lowest reverse gear and slowly back the tractor. The trailer will lift slightly and you will hear a distinctive sound as the kingpin engages the fifth wheel. Avoid hitting the kingpin too hard. Now connect the electrical and air lines to the trailer. Raise the trailer landing gear slightly off the ground and perform the tug test. While the trailer brakes are still locked, put the tractor in low and ease out on the clutch just enough to feel the resistance of the load. If the coupling feels secure, place the transmission in neutral, engage the parking brake, and shut off the engine. Now perform a visual inspection. Make sure the pull handle is fully retracted and the lock is engaged. When the pull handle is in the closed position, the indicator notch will be within the lock guide plate area. Warning: if the pull handle indicator notch is not within the lock guide plate area, the lock is not properly closed and the secondary lock has not engaged. Inspect underneath the front of the top plate to verify that the secondary lock is properly engaged. When properly engaged, the secondary lock will be positioned inside the secondary latch toward the center of the fifth wheel. Use a flashlight and go under the trailer and look into the back of the throat of the fifth wheel. The locking mechanism should be engaged, secured to the kingpin. There should be no space between the fifth wheel and the kingpin plate on the trailer. Warning: if there is space, the kingpin has not coupled. In that case, lower the landing gear, disconnect the electrical and air lines, and slowly ease the tractor forward until the fifth wheel comes out from under the trailer. Repeat the coupling procedure until there is no space between the fifth wheel and the kingpin plate on the trailer. Now let's turn our attention to the proper uncoupling procedure. First, make sure your tractor is aligned with the trailer on a flat, level surface that can support the trailer and its contents. This is important because pulling out at an angle can damage the landing gear. Lock the trailer brakes and back slowly into the trailer to ease pressure on the fifth wheel locking jaw. Now engage the parking brake while the tractor is pushing against the kingpin. If your tractor is equipped with an air ride suspension, do not deflate prior to uncoupling. Doing so will make the fifth wheel very difficult to uncouple and could actually damage the fifth wheel and kingpin. Next, chock the trailer wheels and lower the landing legs. If you have poor ground conditions, it may be necessary to provide a base for the landing legs. If you have an air ride suspension, lower the landing legs until they touch the ground, and then add one additional turn. If you have a spring suspension, give a few extra turns in low gear. Do not raise the trailer off the fifth wheel. Next, pull the fifth wheel handle all the way out, making sure the handle notch contacts the handle retainer that is welded to the skirt of the top plate. This will keep the handle fully extended and prevent it from retracting. Disconnect the electrical and air lines and secure them to the tractor. Now ease the tractor forward until the fifth wheel comes out from under the trailer. Let the trailer slowly slide down the fifth wheel approach ramps. If your vehicle is equipped with air ride suspension, this will allow the necessary time for it to adjust to the unloaded height. Stop with the tractor frame still under the trailer. This prevents the trailer from falling if the landing gear fails or sinks into the ground. Now engage the parking brake and place the transmission in neutral. Inspect to make sure the ground is properly supporting the trailer landing gear. Release the parking brake and slowly pull out from under the trailer. This successfully completes the proper uncoupling procedure. Remember, by following the proper coupling, sliding, and uncoupling procedures for the Ultra LT, HD, and HR family of fifth wheels, you can count on Fontaine for safe, dependable performance mile after mile.